You don't get a long intro this time. It's Super Mario World. If you don't know this game, you wouldn't be watching a YouTube channel about old video games. It came bundled with the Super Nintendo. If you played the Super Nintendo, you played this game. If you didn't play the Super Nintendo, why are you watching this?
So, without further ado, this is the Super Mario World Small Mario Challenge.
Before we get started, let's go over the rules. I must complete the entire game as Small Mario. This means no mushrooms, no fire flowers, no cape, no Yoshi. Stars are allowed for some reason, even though they probably shouldn't be. If I accidentally pick up a mushroom, I don't fail the challenge automatically. I'll just immediately get hit by the next enemy on purpose to go back to being Small Mario. And if I do die, I'm allowed to try again. This isn't a single life, no death run. I'm actually going to show the vast majority of the playthrough just sped way up so it doesn't take forever. It was here that I realized what the real challenge was going to be. Dodging power-ups. Not only do I have to stay out of the way of enemies, but I have to try and not pick these up while I'm dodging the enemies. It was here that I realized what the real challenge was going to be. Trying not to hit these gates. Because one, they make me Big Mario and I fail the challenge, but more importantly, by not hitting the gate, I don't get a checkpoint. So that means that every time I die, I have to go back to the start of the level. The rest of this level is absolutely nothing, so we'll breeze right on past that bad boy. It was here that I realized what the real challenge was going to be. Frame rate issues. It was here that I realized what the real challenge was going to be. Unlearning decades-old habits. You see, if I hit this tape at the end of the level, you get a minigame to earn power-ups, which could include a mushroom or a fire flower or whatever. Since I can't use these, it's just a waste of time, so I try to avoid these if at all possible. Yoshi's Island 3 is a total cakewalk, so I breezed right past it. I could say pretty much the same thing for 4 until I got to this pipe here. You see, this part's actually incredibly easy and fun when you have Yoshi to eat all these little cactus guys, but when you don't, you have to play this cat and mouse game where you let them kind of come to you and then wait and then jump over them. So it wasn't hard, it was just a pain in the ass. I kind of learned my lesson after that point to just skip going down most pipes if I didn't absolutely have to. The rest of that level was no problem at all, and neither was Iggy's castle, the first castle in the game. As you see here, you just hit the enemies. It take a little while. You might not know this, if you bounce on top of all of them, you could get some extra 1-ups. And then this was actually easier as Small Mario. And then I got to the boss. Super simple, first boss in the game, and then I died. In the lamest way possible, my first death of the run. Many more to follow. I beat the castle no problem on my second try, and same with the next level. I love this next level. It's the first level you could get the cape on, and I usually just fly over the whole thing, but I couldn't do that, but it was still pretty easy. In Donut Plains 2, there's a secret exit through this pipe in the level. However, you need to be Big Mario to break through these blocks right here, so you can get this shell to hit one of these blocks up top. Since I can't do that, the shell's locked off, so I have to finish the level the normal way. The secret exit to this level would have activated all the green outline blocks that you see throughout the run and turned them solid. But for my purposes, looking back, I don't think it really ended up having much of an impact on the run. After that, I got lost in a ghost house for a little while. I ran through the next level without an issue. And then I died my second death of the run, in the lamest way possible, again. My second try of the level was a success, and I was ready to move on to Morton's Castle. I died a couple times, but I passed on my third try. Not too bad. This next level was kind of a pain in the ass, And it was the moment where I arbitrarily and randomly decided that I was allowed to use a star for no reason. Vanilla Dome 2 is a tough level overall, but I wouldn't say it was necessarily made harder by me being small in any specific way, other than the obvious dying in one hit. I beat the level the normal way, went through it again to get the secret exit, and that was about it. I got through the next 3 levels with no issues at all, and I was ready to take on Lemmy's castle. I remember this level really sucking when I was a kid, but honestly, it really wasn't that bad. I got past the wizard bit, I got past the lava bit, and I was able to kill Lemmy. R.I.P. In contrast to the last level that I remembered sucking, but it really wasn't that bad, I don't remember this level sucking. In fact, I don't really remember this level much at all, but I died over and over and over and over and over, but eventually I got through it. In the next level, I realized what the real challenge was going to be when I decided to randomly go down this pipe and I was taken to this water level with these giant awful fish. If you have Yoshi, it's not so bad because he can jump on their backs without getting hurt, but I didn't, so I couldn't. And oh, by the way, see how it's scrolling to the left? That's video game language for you're going backwards. So not only did I not get anything out of the detour, but I actually went backwards in the level and had to retrace my steps. It was during this next castle that I had an epiphany. This is when I realized what the not challenge would be. Other than the obvious knock of only getting one hit before you die, being Small Mario actually makes castles easier in a way. Most of the environmental hazards that they have are one-hit kills, so the mushroom or the fire flower aren't going to help you anyway, and being small actually makes them easier to dodge. You may have noticed that some of the levels are yellow and some are red. The red levels mean that there's more than one exit, and pretty much every level in this section is red and has multiple exits. It's kind of a maze on purpose just to confuse you. It's not really worth going into when I did which one, but some of these levels I had to play a couple times to find the correct exit so that I could progress the game. I got the secret exit the first time through the water level and activated the blue blocks, so I had to try again to actually progress through the level, which I did after dying 40 or 50 times at this same spot. I finally did get through and progressed down to Forest of Illusion 3. I was able to finish the level the normal way without an issue, but it just looped me back to the start of the area. Like I said, it's a big, obnoxious maze on purpose. So I had to find the hidden exit in order to progress. And when I did, this happened. There it is. A foot away from me, but a foot under me. These blocks can be broken by Big Mario, but Little Mario can't do anything. Totally stuck. If the blocks were horizontal, I could try throwing a shell at them or something, but being under my feet, no dice. I needed to try something different. That's when my childhood memory clicked in that there's actually a second way out of this area, so I went to go find it. I found the secret exit for Forest of Illusion 4 and got through the next level with no issue at all. And that took me here, Forest Fortress, the level that was going to save the run. If I beat this, it'll take me to the next stage without needing Big Mario, and it'll save the run. So, that's exactly what I did. I died a couple of times, but I made it through, ready to take on the next level. Except, that didn't happen. My 20-year-old memories that I was using to remember the level, they didn't remember what happened when you beat the level. You don't go to the next stage. Instead, you get an entrance to Star Road, a totally separate set of levels that are not going to be of any benefit to me today. So, I admitted defeat and sulked my way, dragging my feet, back to Forest of Illusion 3. I figured, F it. If I need to use a mushroom anyway, I might as well cheat all the way. So, I grabbed a Yoshi, I grabbed a mushroom, and I got the secret exit.
Challenge failed.
I jump into the first enemy I see in the next level to immediately get back to Small Mario. I'm determined to see if I could beat this game only using Big Mario once. Just because I failed the challenge doesn't mean I'm gonna give up. I'm not gonna let anything, not even the crushing disappointment that I have in myself and the shame for my ancestors for having failed the challenge, stop me from beating this game as Small Mario. Can we just take a second to acknowledge this little asshole? This one little fireball here? Sometimes it hitches a ride with you through this passage. Then, when you're ready for it to do that again, it's like, nah fam, I'm gonna bounce off this wall real quick. Then, it'll just totally ignore you. Screw your platform, screw the walls, screw physics, and screw your hitbox. I'm not touching any of you. Sometimes it acts the way that it probably should act every time. It bounces off the front of your platform and goes back into the fire. Then, after hurting me, pretending I don't exist, and turning its back on me, it bums a ride off me again. What do you want, Fireball? What the hell do you want from me? Anyway, I finally beat the level and I moved on. The next level wasn't too bad except for this section in a pipe that effed me in the A couple times, but other than that it was fine. After that was Chocolate Ghost House. This level is a dirty B word. I got through it though. So the next level is Chocolate Island 2. Now again, from the 10-year-old version of me's memory, this level changes based on how fast you get through the first part of it, and that determines which exit you get. It's not a different pipe that you take or anything like that. It's 100% determined by how fast you finish. But the problem is I couldn't remember if finishing it super fast took you to another star road, or if you had to finish it super fast to progress, or what. I didn't remember what the normal exit was and what the secret exit was. So I just went as fast as I could, and it took me to this pipe. Safe to say this wasn't the normal way, but I figured I'd go with it and see where the hell I ended up. I actually couldn't remember what is on the other side of this pipe here either, so I didn't know if I was totally wasting my time with this new secret level or if I needed to beat it to progress. Well, it turns out that Chocolate Secret is the hardest level in the game, and it's not particularly close either. I died more times on this level than in the rest of the run combined. Let's watch. Yeah, I made it all the way to the end of the level on my second attempt. I wouldn't see this green pipe right here for quite a while. So this is my third death right here. Let's keep score. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 9, 10, 11, 12, oh, 13. Oh my god, I finally made it. I made it. 14. 15. And then finally I did it. Little did I know that there's actually still a good bit of level to play after that green pipe, but thank goodness I got through all of it on my first try. If I would have gotten all the way to the end of that and then had to restart the whole level again, I don't know what the hell I would have done. To my surprise and delight, the pipe took me straight to the next castle, but I can't imagine that what I just did was easier than playing the normal 1 or 2 levels that I would have had to play if I would have just went the regular way. It definitely wasn't a shortcut, and if it was, it didn't make it easier. This castle wasn't really bad at all. I died a couple times until I didn't. Moving on. The Sunken Ghost Ship level looks intimidating as hell and super cool, but it's actually super easy. I think being Small Mario actually is easier than if you play this level totally normally. It's a bunch of stuff to dodge, and being small just makes it easier to dodge. I used the star again because I say I'm allowed to for no reason, even though it's clearly a power-up and shouldn't be allowed. And I move on to the next stage. The next 3 levels had nothing of note, except for that one time when I got cornered by the Blues Brothers and they killed me in an alley. I debated taking the footage out for these next few levels because, like I said, nothing interesting really happened, but I showed the rest of the run, so I figured I would just talk to you for a second while they played in the background, and just tell you that you lost the game, and I'd remind you of that embarrassing thing that you did in 3rd grade that you don't like to think about, and make you think about how you have to breathe and blink, and how you have to think about breathing and blinking sometimes. Okay, at this part right here, I kind of arguably cheated and or failed. I couldn't get past this gate without getting Big Mario. I couldn't seem to dodge it, and if you hit them, you automatically become big. I don't see this as an out-and-out failure though. Similar to other times that I accidentally picked up a mushroom, rather than quitting outright, I just ran into the first enemy I saw. So I did that and I moved on. If I really tried, I probably could have found a way to get past this and that enemy, but I just don't care enough. It looks like there's another secret entrance here at the end, but I would need Yoshi to get it, and I can't do that, so hopefully we don't have to go that way. Alright, let's speed it up. Second to last level, Larry's Castle. Super easy, not even worth talking about. Breeze through it, first try. Done. Ladies and gentlemen, we are finally here. The final level of Super Mario World, Bowser's Castle. Incredibly enough, my 10-year-old brain kicked back in, and I remembered exactly which doors to take for the smoothest path through the castle. You take door 2, and then you take door 6. I'm not sure I've ever in my entire life even seen what's behind the other doors. We figured out when I was a kid that 2 and 6 are the easy ways to go, so those are the doors you take. I made it to Bowser on my first try, and died to him a couple times, but no real major issues. I beat Bowser fairly easily, and saved the princess. So, is it possible to beat Super Mario World as Small Mario only? I mean, probably, yeah. There's probably some crazy glitchy way to beat the game in 5 minutes as Small Mario. And there's probably a way around Star Road to do it, but I wasn't willing to put the time in to explore that option. Could I myself personally beat Super Mario World as Small Mario? No, I couldn't. But I did beat it with only using Big Mario once. So honestly, it's better than I thought I could. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Let me know what game you'd like to see me try and do a challenge of next. I am open to trying anything, even if it's a game I've never played before and I fail miserably. It might actually be funner that way. This is the part of the video where I would tease what's coming out next week, but I don't know what the hell I'm doing next week, so you'll just have to come back to find out. Whatever it is, it should be fun.